Hey guys, so I had my UK driving test 16th of October and I passed my first attempt. Prior to now, I didn't have any driving experience, whether in my home country or in the UK, but I went for the test and I nailed it. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you how you can also pass your UK driving test. I have some tips written down here, which I'll be sharing with you, and permit me to look them, okay? Going straight into the video, the first thing I'll be talking about is book your driving test. This was the mistake I made when I started going for my lesson. I initially just started, by finding a driving instructor without booking a date for my test. I mean, who goes into university without having a plan of what grade they want to graduate with, right? So it's the same thing. You need to book in your driving test. The truth is, with the driving test, it takes a long time for you to actually get a date. So why not just book in your test? You might not even see a date until 2025. So the first step is to book in your test. And what this will do for you is that this will motivate you every time you go for lesson, because you know that there is something to look forward to. To give you some sort of adrenaline that would enable you to be focused when you go for your lesson. Contrary to what we've heard, that you need to wait until your instructor tells you that you're ready for your test before you book in your test. Nah, because what you are doing in this case is that you just keep going for lesson and there's nothing to motivate you. So you might not even pick up what your instructor is telling you to do quickly. But if you understand that there is a time already booked in for your test, you'll be eager to learn. You just say that you're getting everything quickly. I started on my driving lessons without booking a date for my test. What I noticed was that I was struggling with some things in the lesson. Guess what? I went straight to book my test. I didn't get a test date. I booked my test in June, and guess when I got a date for? I got a date for October. So there's still a long period of time for you to, have those lessons in after you've booked in your test. You've booked in your test. What happens is you have until 3 days to your test to change your mind and still get a refund. So you're not losing out on anything. Once you book your test, you need to also give your test date to your instructor so that they can work towards this date. The next thing after booking your test is to get an instructor. Yes, you need to get an instructor. I know you've been doing private lessons, your mom has been teaching you, your dad has been teaching you, your friends have been teaching you, but you need an instructor. And this is because instructors will tell you what you need to do to pass your test. Yeah, you need to be ready to spend money. The reason I say this is it depends on your situation, right? Some people are taking private lessons with family and friends. Some other people, you might not have family and friends that is able to teach you how to drive in the UK. So what you need to do is you need to calculate, sit down and count your costs, right? How many hours do you think you'll be able to put in and invest in for this driving lesson? You're going to spend money. You're going to spend a lot. Learning driving in UK is expensive. Once you've gotten a driving instructor and you've started, going for lessons, every time you come back from your lesson, anything that you struggled with during your lesson, that you felt like, oh, this thing is a bit complex, I don't really understand this thing, you need to come back home and do assignments. Yeah, you need to do assignments. You need to come back, watch YouTube videos. I'll put in the YouTube channel that helped me and the YouTube channel that I watched. So you need to come back, watch videos. For me, I was struggling with roundabouts. I didn't understand. My instructor wanted me to go to the second exit. I'll be going to the third exit. And it took me a while to really, really understand it. And how I eventually got to understand it was watching YouTube videos. Go to the YouTube channel, search for videos that you're struggling in. You know what watching videos will do for you, right? It would help make the next lesson easier because you've already watched it. So you're just going there to practice what you've watched. You want to take this thing seriously. So yeah, you're going to have to do assignments. Sorry. Now, the next thing I'll talk about is I have mock tests. Like, just do mock tests. When you feel like you are prepared and you feel like, you're already acing everything, junction is good, roundabout is good, maneuver is good, you want to have mock tests. And I would advise you, right, you can do mock tests with your instructor or you can do mock tests with another instructor. You might just have to pay for the hour that they'll spend with you. What this will do for you is that it's going to give you areas that you're struggling with. It's also going to tell you if you are ready. It's going to make you have a feel of what the test is about. Okay, so if you can, right, go for mock test. I did mock test with my driving instructor like 2 days before my test. So the next one I'll talk about is watch videos on how to pass. And this video helped me. What I was doing was I was watching video closer to my test. I would watch how to pass your UK driving test out. Like I would watch it almost every night. Just give about 1 hour thereabouts to watching those videos. And It would really help you because you would be able to see what is expected, what you're supposed to do. Another thing I did was to watch mock tests. Yeah, I watched mock tests, and I also watched, field mock tests. This will just help you to see what you need to do and what you are not to do. Now, on the day of your tests, what you want to do is you want to pray. Honestly, I know people be like, oh, pray, pray, pray. I pray about everything, just pray. Because the thing about UK driving tests is that things that are outside your control, right? It could be the mood of the examiner. It could be, the mood of people on the road. It could just be anything. Sometimes you feel like you're prepared and you go for the test and you see that, you come back and you did not pass the test. And it's not you. You drove very well. It could probably be somebody crossing or something probably just happened on the road and you just not pass. So you want to pray that the road is favorable. You want to pray that you find favor, that you're not going to meet a very strict examiner, right? You want to pray that all the test routes that you've gone through with your instructor, that at least you get one. You want to pray that you find favor, basically. So yeah, pray. Don't just feel so confident and you feel like, I'm just going to go drive and pass. No, there are people that know how to drive, honestly, better than me, that have gone for the test and did not pass. So just pray. Sometimes this thing is just favor. It doesn't mean that I went there and I drove very exceptionally well and then I passed. No. Number 9, on the day of your test, when you are driving, when people say, check left, right, blind spot check, you need to do it. Even if it feels like you're beginning to over-exaggerate the mirror checks, do it. As long as you're not taking your eyes off the road, right? Make sure that you are really doing the mirror checks, like right, left, blind spot check everywhere. Make sure you are doing that because the examiner wants to feel safe in the car, right? They want to know that you are aware of like what is happening in your surroundings. That they want to know that you're actually looking at the vehicle that is behind you, if they're close to you, or if there's somebody trying to overtake you, or if there's a child crossing the street. They want to know that you have full control of the car. The next thing you want to do is you want to work on your nerves. Most times, right, when people go for a test and come back and they do not pass the test, what happens is that they're probably nervous, and so they allowed the nerves take over and they're just making mistakes that they would naturally not even make during their lessons. So you need to work on your nerves. The test day is a very important day in your life, and so you want to make sure that you're not nervous. You want to make sure that any personal issues that you have in your life, you put everything out of the car. Pick it up when you're done with your test and continue. The last thing I'll say is when you go for your test and you probably failed the test, right? It's not the end of the world. Initially, I was panicking. I'm like, oh, I just want to pass. I just want the freedom that comes with driving. I just want to be free. I don't want to be free. But at the end of the day, I tell myself, it's not the end of the world. If I fail this test, I'm still going to be me. Things in my life are still going to continue. If I pass this test, I'm still going to be me. It's just that I'll feel better that I'm not spending more money on lessons. So you need to give that room for yourself. And don't be so hard on yourself if you fail the test. You can always go back and do another test and pass, as long as you're not giving up. Do not give up. I think I watched a video of a lady who had the test 10 times. The point is she eventually passed. She has a UK driving license now. Yeah. There's no difference. I have my UK driving license, my first attempt, yes. She still has a UK driving license, whether or not it's her 10th attempt, she still passed. So you need to give yourself room. It's not the end of the world. It doesn't mean that you are a failure or anything. It just means that there are things that you need to work on and you go back again to pass your test. Yeah. So we finally come to the end of today's video. And if there are things that I did not cover in this video and you probably feel it to be useful, please add it in the comment section. I'll be reading your comments. That's the end of today's video and I'll see you guys in my next video.